why publishing is just a stepping stone in creating customers for life. What makes Kindle publishing so great, and I firmly believe this, is it's a stepping stone. It's something that you can get started with, build the skills, develop the skills, and then explode and take it to a whole other direction. This is somebody who started his online business like all of us did, or most of us, as a Kindle publisher, and then quickly grew it into the massive success that he's having now over in Vancouver. So really excited, but let's bring back D1 Vanny.
Thanks, buddy. So to add to the last talk about the customer avatar, this is the next thought. So I'm going to skip the who. At some point, you guys will identify who your who is. Publishing, in my opinion, is the fastest way to learn internet marketing. You can validate a market overnight. You can create a book overnight. You don't have to worry about delivery methods because Amazon has it. Amazon already has traffic. Like, it is a beautiful business model. So people that are kind of green-ish, making under 10 grand a month, I think it is the fastest way. That's why Emeka is able to sell with conviction, the 0 to 1,000, because it's true. Like, there's nothing wrong with Amazon. The problem is you guys don't own the customer. That's the biggest issue with Amazon. Most publishers don't have email lists. Funny enough, most FBA sellers don't have email lists either. So if we can all agree that customer acquisition is the hardest part of a business, Amazon's taking care of it for you, why not focus on the easier leverage, which is building relationships? So ultimately, that's what the talk is going to be about. So again, thinking big picture, Amazon is not a business. I don't want you guys saying you're Kindle publishers anymore. You're not. It is just a strategy for you guys to get in front of your ideal customer. Again, Amazon already has the list, it already has the people, it already has the traffic. That's why Kindle is a great strategy to get in front of them. Fortnite books, if you had to go and build a Fortnite, like attention in the Fortnite industry, you'd have to either like be playing video games or like creating strategies, like YouTubing it and all that. Amazon already has the buyers, and that's why you guys are there. It's easy. Again, you guys can publish a book overnight. Somebody right now could publish a book by the time we leave and make money before we actually leave, like Sunday morning, and have actually made money. So again, I'm not trying to say that publishing is bad. This is why you guys are doing it. Low barrier of entry. Again, ability to implement rapidly, but you can't reach out to your customers. You guys need to write this down. This is the only other thing that you guys need to be thinking about. Business does not have to be difficult. It's the fundamentals and executing on the fundamentals which grows your business. So A, you can attract more clients, which is primarily how most of you are operating your business. How can I publish more books? Right? At its core, you guys said you're publishing another 60 books, right? The strategy there is how can I get more clients to the business? Option 2 is you sell a higher price product. You increase the price. This is where the magic happens. Increasing the frequency. So when I built my publishing business out, I was in 2 niches. Specifically, the one that made me most of my money was in the New Age spirituality niche. I identified my customer avatar, I understood their 100 problems that they had, and I quickly ramped up on the front end all the problems that these people are going through and publishing books there. This was this, initially. Then I realized that, hey, if somebody's buying a book on, let's just say, chakras, they're also going to be into meditation. They're also going to be into maybe astrology, so on and so on. This is when the shift happened. I'm like, wait, I have to stop trying to acquire more clients and just own the relationship longer. That's when my income exploded. What a lot of people don't realize, the money that I was making on Kindle was not front end. It was all on the back end. It was my email list. It was the relationships. My books were not the best books. They definitely were not the best covers. The copywriting really wasn't that great, but I understood this. This is why I started winning. Nothing more. Increasing the frequency, multiple times of them buying. I asked myself, how can I get them to buy 10 times, 20 times, 30 times? You guys are looking at a too small of a window in terms of time. 30 days to make money, 60 days. The conversation in the Kindle community is, how can I get an ROI on my book? Is that pretty fair, right? Everybody's like, oh, I get my ROI in a week. I get my ROI in... Who cares? Look at 3 years. Shifts your business model entirely. Now, I know 3 years is like, oh, that's a long time out. Are you going to be here in 3 years as a business owner, yes or no? I would hope so. So why keep reinventing the wheel? You're going to take a customer and then boot them out the door? They're perfectly fine. Again, Ameka is a prime example, right? He's a mentee. We're here. We're going to do business in the future, 100%. I already know when you need agency work, who are you going to come to? Me, 100%. I've got a deep relationship with him. We're friends. I like you for the most part. But do you see my conversation here? Ameka, if I could get you just an extra five core sales a month, what does that work out to be? Top line revenue? If I could get you an extra 10? Mathematician next to him? $4,000? So if I told him $1,000 a month, and our goal is 20 extra clients a month, right? So Ameka makes an extra 10 grand a month. That's the goal. Maybe it takes us 6 months. Maybe it takes us 9 months. I'm not sure. That's a $12,000 sale. For the same client that already has trust built, we have a ton of value connected. And it, again, transforms your life even deeper. And the best part is you can now outsource that to somebody that's an expert at what I do, so you can focus on what you do, which is influencing and impacting your community, right? So just food for thought. So this is where you guys are at right now, right? You're thinking, hey, I'll just publish more books. Maybe I'll run more Amazon ads. Maybe I'll vlog, right? Like Ameka, right? How am I going to build more authority? This is a communication I'm seeing a lot, like building up a pen name. But you guys are still thinking about it the wrong way. You're focusing on the attracting more. That's not what the focus should be. This is the most expensive part of your business. It's customer acquisition. So why spend money here when you've got clients already? Almost everybody in the room has already made money publishing. Most of you guys don't have an email list. So this is where you're spending all your time and energy. You're just reinventing the wheel over and over again. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys actually like selling? Like actually love selling? Bunch of internet marketers. That didn't land how I thought it was going to land, which is funny. Okay, so, right, 100%. What if you didn't have to sell in your business anymore? It'd be even better, right? It would be better. Also, selling is exhausting, right? It's the churn rate. I run an agency, so I know the average client maybe 9 months to, let's say, a year and a half. That's like the industry standard. If I change my frame to how can I own that relationship for 5 years, I don't have to go and sell. That's why I can confidently say, no, I don't really need you as a client right now, because I already have my clients there who I can maximize further. I could add retargeting campaigns to my agency. I could run cold traffic campaigns. I'm doing just basically SEO. Very, very tight, but they're bought in with me as their almost a trusted advisor, if that makes sense. So I'm not selling a commodity now. I'm selling the relationship. I'm selling the long-term vision. And this is something that you guys are not thinking about, again, on the front end when you're just publishing a Shockers book, right, as an example. This is why a lot of you guys are having issues with selling higher ticket items. Confidence issues? How many people are confident selling a $10,000 product right now? Awesome. So for the rest of the people in the room that didn't put up their hand, even if you had a $10,000 offer and the right client was in front of you, which probably is not going to happen because you don't even know who that is, would you have the confidence to even sell it? No. So how can you expect to have a 7-figure business if you've got confidence issues? So for the guys now that are confident on selling a $10,000 product, are you comfortable delivering it? Can you actually create the outcome? Maybe it's a competition issue. You know, I run a marketing agency, and I look at a guy like Gary Vaynerchuk, who has more influence, more skill set, but I'm not worried about the competition situation because I'm confident in what I do. This is the other side of the high-ticket offers that people don't talk about. Can you even sell it? Ameka, what's the most valuable thing you can sell? Your own personal time, one-on-one. Your highest ticket product will be your personal time, period, full stop. It's the only thing that is not scalable. You're seeing a lot of coaches and consultants that are selling like one-on-one, like, hey, I'll coach you one-on-one. The twins are an example, right? You love them, you're helping them. How much time and energy is it to work one-on-one? But right, right. So you may only be able to service 10 or 15 people intelligently on a one-on-one basis. Your income is capped. You might only be able to make $250,000 if you're really, really good. Maybe $500,000 a year, right? 10 clients at $5,000 a month, let's say. So this is the issue. This is the dark secret that people don't want to talk about with selling high-ticket items. So I just want to give you guys that kind of awareness. This is why you guys need to focus on frequency of purchases. If somebody's purchased from you, how likely are they to purchase from you again? 50%. Somebody that's not ever got value from you, how likely are they to purchase? You've got to prove that you're an authority. You've got to make sure that you can add value. They're going to be skeptical. There's all these things that happen when you're acquiring a new client. Now this gets back to the problem path I was talking about, those 30 questions. If you can acquire somebody on the front end with your Kindle book, they've already raised their hand saying that they're interested in solving a problem. That is the biggest issue in most businesses, is people are semi-interested in actually solving the problem. When somebody buys a book, it's a micro commitment, it's not a huge commitment, but they're gonna take action. The people that are here today, that flew in from all over the world, you guys are committed. How likely are you to purchase the VA thing that he has? Very high, right? He understands your guys' issues. For some people that are brand new, it's not ready for you. That's okay. But you know when you get to that level, Mecca has a service for you. Awesome, yeah. It's infinitely scalable. Email marketing, as an example, as a relationship building factor, is infinitely scalable. You send one email, you put one Instagram post, whatever it is, it's one to many. It's not a one-on-one thing. Problem path I talked about here. I'm gonna rush through these here. So this is the other thing I want you guys to think about when you're structuring your products. So there's 3 types of products. There's a do-it-yourself product. So this is what I want you guys to start thinking about in your business. Do I have a do-it-yourself product? So do-it-yourself product means the customer takes the information and they do it themselves. So an example, a course, an ebook. You're not involved here. Higher ticket product, kind of mid-level, is a done with you. Mentorship, coaching, I would say a personal trainer as well, right? Somebody that's with you, helping you along. They're not doing the heavy lifting. Done for you services, this is where the big money is, but the scalability can be an issue. So as an example for you guys, it could be an agency. That's what I'm running, an agency. It could be book covers, done for you book covers. It could be done for you formatting services. I've got a friend in the fiction realm, and she's doing do-it-yourself or done for you plots, and they're selling like hotcakes. Mecca, ultimately, the VA program is a done-for-you training program. It's high value, but it's for a very specialized person. Think about what your funnel is and where you can fill in the gaps. Again, all you guys are doing right now is do it yourself. You're giving somebody an ebook. This is where the money is, guys. It's not here. It's another way to look at it. Do it yourself is low impact. How many people have purchased a course and never gone through it? Everybody, right? It's also very short term. Done with you, and this is kind of where I want you guys to be focusing on, it's how can you handhold somebody and bring them to an outcome, bring them to a transformation. Again, it could be mentorship, it could be coaching. Just ask yourself, whatever your business is or whatever your strategy is, how can I do this? The beauty is it's medium term. Again, you're selling transformation at this level. This is information. This you can actually help them get something done. And then done for you is the high impact long term. For a lot of people that are publishers, you may not be ready for here yet. But for the other guys in the room that have courses and you're already impacting at that level, entrepreneurs are busy, right? Done for you services, it's the same thing about the accountant. An accountant is a done for you service, so you can focus on what you do best. This is what my business is. I don't sell anything do it yourself because I like this business here. But I'll give away free content, drinks at the pool, that's free content. You guys can go and execute on it if you want, but it doesn't affect my business. Done with you, somebody like a Mecca, right, who's a mentee. Or I can go in and consult and say, look, here's the strategy. I get paid as a strategist. You guys go implement it. And then the high ticket is the agency and revenue share. So this is a snapshot of what a 7-figure business could look like for you guys. But you have to start asking yourself the question, where are people in the funnel? A lot of the new publishers, again, I'll just use you guys as an example, you're here with me. So I've got no pressure to sell to you because you're not ready. It's fine. When you guys are ready to implement and you take action, whether it's through one of these courses, it's possible. My focus is on this, recurring retainer. I want customers for life. I'm not focused selling here. There's no point. Like, these people also have the least money and they haven't proven that they'll take action. So why are you focusing here on people that haven't proven it? Emeka is a business owner who understands the value of money. It's very easy to sell. That's it. That's all I got.